Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am so excited that you are here. Thank you so much for clicking through. This is gonna be a totally new kind of project for me, and I hope you guys are excited because there's a lot of really cool stuff coming up, and we need to talk. There's some things I've been wanting to say to all of you guys, all of my fans for a long time. I just feel like, okay, now's the time to just say what I've wanted to say and get it out there. I was actually really nervous about doing something like this on YouTube and sort of putting myself out there in a new way. So I went into my closet and I found my Chun-Li Hello Kitty shirt. I know you can't really see it, but I'll stand up so you can see it better. So this is my like Street Fighter Chun-Li Hello Kitty shirt. That's when you know it's serious, guys. When I pull out the Hello Kitty, something's going down. Okay, guys, I am so excited that you're here. I have so much I want to say. Basically, let me just tell you this. What I'm really hoping to do with this YouTube channel, I hope that you will subscribe down below and hit that notification bell so that you'll get notified when I have new videos coming up. But what I would love to do is on Mondays every week, come in and just do a short video and say, hey, here's what I'm working on this week. This is what I'm most excited about. Maybe give you some behind the scenes information about, you know, what's going on in my writing process. And then maybe a couple videos throughout the week, like focusing in on some old books, some deleted scenes, just some fun stuff about like my history and what inspired me, what kind of characters I think about writing and why I wrote characters like Harper. And then on Fridays or Saturdays coming in and doing, you know, just kind of a compilation of how the week went. I posted a writing vlog a little while ago where I kind of showed you like a trip to Barnes & Noble and how that was going for me. A lot of people really enjoyed that, and I thought it might be kind of fun to record snippets of my week to show you guys kind of what goes into the actual writing of a book. Really, the only reason that I want to do this is because it sounds really fun. I feel like there's just not enough fun in my life. All right, so this is where things get a little bit more serious, just kind of telling you a little bit about myself. I mean, when I first quit my teaching job, if you don't know, I used to teach elementary school music. When I first quit that job to be a writer, it was like taking a giant leap of faith and saying, you know what, I'm not in the life that I want to live. I am not living the life that I thought I was meant to live. I mean, being a teacher is a great thing, but it was just not for me. It was like every single day getting up, I felt like it was stealing a piece of my soul. Not because I didn't love the kids, not because I didn't love the people I was working with. It just was not what I was put on this earth to do. So when I had the opportunity to quit my job and follow my dreams and be a writer, I was just thinking, oh my God, this is gonna be so much fun. And to be honest, in the beginning, it really was fun. It was exploring like how to be a writer. I was learning a lot of things. I was trying new stories. I would start a lot of different things and I didn't really know what I was doing. But when I started to really like pay attention to how do people get a traditional publishing deal? How do they become a writer that, you know, gets well known and gets a deal and gets into Barnes & Noble and all those things? The more I got into learning how to be a writer and the business side of writing, not just the joy of writing a story, but the business side of actually writing a story that a publisher is going to buy and print and put in bookstores, was so much more in-depth than I thought, because there are certain trends they want to buy. There's certain things they're not buying right now. And so I felt like, okay, if I want to make this a career, I'm going to have to push aside what I really want to write and write something that I think they'll buy. So it completely switched something in my brain. It switched my focus from I'm writing because I love to write to I'm writing to make money or to get a publishing deal. And what that did immediately, this was back in like 2008, 2009, was it started to like cut off my joy. What happened in 2010 is I was starting to be more unhappy. I had been rejected from a publisher for a book that I wrote that was not even the genre that I wanted to be writing. It was a contemporary romance for Harlequin. It wasn't really what I wanted to be doing, but everybody was like, oh, you can make money doing this. So I spent a year of my life writing this book, and then it was rejected the day that I left for my wedding in Vegas, but that's a story for another time. So that book was rejected, and I finally started saying, okay, I'm going to write young adult. And I actually wrote a book called Pandemic that is now published as Death's Awakening. I rewrote it later, but I wrote that book and submitted it to, like a year later, submitted it to my dream agent. In August of 2010, she rejected it. And she left this note saying like, I love your writing style, but this isn't the kind of story I want to represent right now. It's not selling, you know, that kind of thing. And it just, I had this like moment of clarity where I thought, okay, I can either write stories that I love the way that I want to write them, or I can write what they want, what a publisher wants, and spend the rest of my life potentially submitting things that are going to get rejected because even though I'm a good writer and they like my voice, they don't want that particular story. They want something trendier. I did not want to live my life like that. And I know there's a lot of people that get lucky and they write the stories of their heart and they get picked up by a publishing deal. But for me, it was like, I just want to write what I want to write. I want to have fun with it. I don't want to try to write it in a certain way that's going to make more money or sell it better or any of that kind of stuff. I just wanted to write a story that was fun. And that is when I said, you know what, I'm going to write something that just sounds fun for me. Like, screw the publishers, all of that stuff. I don't care about getting an agent. I'm just going to write something that I think would be fun to read. I immediately sat down and started writing Beautiful Demons. I didn't have a title for it. I didn't know exactly what the story was going to be. I thought maybe it would be a trilogy at most, but I made the decision that I was going to self-publish it. I wasn't going to try to get a publisher or try to write it for anyone else. I was just going to write something that I thought would be fun and put it up on Amazon and Barnes & Noble and hope that other people thought it was fun too. It was the most fun I'd ever had writing up to that point. I had been writing for 3 or 4 years full time, and it was the most fun I'd ever had. And then I put it up on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, iBooks, everywhere that I could put it at the time. And it was the most successful book I had ever written. It was so much fun, like watching that book take off and watching people buy it. And I started writing the next one and the next one. And as most of you know, it turned into way more than just a trilogy. It turned into 9, where I'm starting on book 10, and there's a spin-off series and lots of short stories, and Jackson has his own book, and who knows how many more that, things will be written in this world. But it definitely grew, and not because I was trying to market it or trying to be a business person, but because it was fun. Now, what a lot of you also know, if you've been with me for a while, is that last year and the year before, I hit this sort of funk. And what I've come to realize is that what happened to me is I got back to that place where, instead of focusing on the fun of storytelling and how much I loved the stories and the characters, I got into this place where it was all about the business side of things. And to be honest, I think it was because I was having a lot of success at the time. Like, my income was better than ever. There were a lot of business, like a lot of sales coming in, a lot more people like emailing me. And that level of success made me somehow switch it, I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but for some reason it just switched me into this kind of mode where I felt all this pressure, and most of it was putting it on myself, but I felt all this pressure to oh, I've got to do things a certain way. I have to market better. I have to be smarter about this and this and this. And when I shifted that focus to the business side of writing above and beyond the storytelling, something in me just sort of snapped. Like, I couldn't write. I had a sudden realization of some things that had happened in my childhood that caused me to self-sabotage when I do find success. And so I had to unpack all of that and go through a lot of emotional stuff that I won't even begin to bore you with right now. But now that I have come out on the other side of the struggle and the emotions, and I've started refinding that joy, I want to hold on to it with everything that I am. I want to hold on to that joy above and beyond all else. All I want to do is write stories and do things that are super fun, that it doesn't mean that it's going to be easy, but it just means I'm going to be thrilled to get up every single day and start working on that story, that I'm going to be excited about what adventure these characters are going through. That's the life that I want. I truly believe that we are co-creators along with the universe, that what we put out there, the energy that we put out into the world, has the power to either bring our greatest joys to life or to really sink us. I have noticed that when I allow anything to eclipse my joy, anything to take the joy out of the process of writing for me, then everything in my life starts to fall apart. And I just never want to go back to that ever again. I want to stay in this place where I'm having fun creating, where I am having fun, like really exploring what these characters can be, what could happen next. And as a lot of you know, I'm starting book 10 of my Shadow Demon saga now, The Deceiving Darkness, and I am excited every single day to get up and start on that outline. And I really want to share this process with you guys, because none of this would be possible. The series wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be living in this house and like living my dream if it wasn't for you guys fully supporting this series. And so I want to share more of that with you because I think it would be really fun for us to connect in that way. As fans, you guys are some of the most important people in my entire life because you allow me to continue to create. You're the ones that allow me to keep doing this full time, and your support encourages me, it motivates me, and I hope that in some way I give that back to you, some kind of support and motivation and encouragement in your own lives. Like even just watching what Harper's been through and what she's gone through and still managed to rise above. You know, my hope is that you take comfort in that or inspiration in what she's accomplished and find a way to overcome anything that stands in your way in your life. I think that, you know, being a writer, there is definitely this give and take sort of thing where it's like I put my heart and soul and I put a big piece of myself into every book that I write, but that book doesn't truly come alive until you decide to pick it up and read it. So it's sort of, I need you and you need me, hopefully. So I really think it would be a lot of fun to share more of my writing journey with you on YouTube and Facebook and wherever you follow me. I don't know, I just thought I would start off this first video by letting you guys know like why having fun with this story and really wanting to give it 100% of myself is so important to me. I just have decided that in order to live the life that I truly want, I have to love the stories that I'm writing. I have to give myself to it 100%. And I have to love the process of publishing it, not just of writing it, but of publishing it. And I think that rather than focusing on the business side of the sales numbers and the marketing and the covers and the whatever else, what I choose to focus on is my relationship with you, because you guys are so very important to me. And if we can continue to build a relationship, get to know each other, and all collectively get excited about the next books that are coming, I just think that would be so much more fun. And I have decided that I am done with not allowing myself to have fun anymore. Like when I started getting super into the businessy side of things, I stopped gaming. I stopped playing with my son as much. I stopped doing things that really bring me joy because I was worried all the time, or I was trying to come up with strategies or think about how I could fix everything and make this career happen exactly the way I want. And what I've come to realize over the last year is that all I really have to do to be successful is be happy. So I have decided to get back to fun, get back to joy, do the things that make me happy. It doesn't mean that life is going to be easy or that hard things won't happen or that my heart won't be broken, on a daily basis by certain things that happen. But it just means that I am going to dedicate my time to really having fun with this, to really being grateful for everything that I've been given, and to put my thoughts out there and hopefully share with you guys like why I love this career so much, why I love this series so much. I guess you could call this my fun manifesto. Maybe cheesy. Is that cheesy? I don't know. I don't care. But I just feel like I'm ready to I feel like there's something inside of me that is shifting very much. Like it is time for me to let go of the things of my past, some of which I will talk about in some of the upcoming videos because they have inspired certain things about my stories. But it's time to really step into the joy of being a writer, the gratitude of having this life where I get to create worlds out of nothing but my imagination and take you guys there with me. So that's my thoughts for starting this YouTube channel. I know that I've been kind of rambling a little bit, but I really am excited and I hope that you guys are too. If there's anything that you really want to see, like have me read short stories or deleted scenes, or you want to know like who I would cast as Harper or different things that inspire the stories, if there's anything you guys want to ask or you really want to see me talk about, then please by all means comment down below or send me an email or hit me up on Facebook. We do have a really great Facebook group called Sarra Cannon's Coven. Actually, I can link it down below and you can request to join. We have a lot of great conversations and we're getting close to just over 1,600 people in that group. So you can join that and come talk with us over there, or you can comment down below here on YouTube. Just let me know what you guys might want to see. If you are new to me, and you haven't seen any of my books or read any of my books before, you can download my Beautiful Demons box set, which is the first 3 books in my Shadow Demon Saga, for free, and I will link that down below as well. I cannot promise you that I will always have makeup on or Chun-Li Hello Kitty shirts, or you know, how long they'll be. Sometimes they might be 2 or 3 minutes, and sometimes they might be 20 minutes, but I hope that you will follow along with me on this adventure and get excited about learning more about the Shadow Demon Saga and different things that are coming up from me. All right guys, that is all I have for you today. Please subscribe, comment, come join us in the coven, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.